Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Trekyards. I am Captain Foley.
We got a new ship. Tease. We got a new ship. Tease. Uncommon.
At least we got this much. I didn't expect even this much. They didn't have to do this. Yeah, in episode 8, Broken Pieces of Picard, we did get the USS
Even Marjo, yeah, I think so.
Majo, yeah. NCC 75710, which is great. And they didn't have to include this. Rios was going through this trunk of possessions, pulled out like a phaser case or something, and it had the emblem and name and registry of the ship on it. So we got a nice look at the top of the ship. We got a silhouette view of the top.
As soon as I saw it, I paused it, did this,
Yep.
and I said, "Oh, that's the Emmett Till, sort of, mostly,
See,
clearly."
at first glance, I thought it was a Sovereign, and then I thought, oh, it's bulkier than a Sovereign, so it must be like a refitted Sovereign, because, this is a few years after the Sovereign entered service, probably. So, but yeah, I then started thinking about it, and I think it is very much the Emmett Till. But that being said, I thought the Emmett Till had more of a round saucer.
Well, you're lucky. I have comparison pictures in a minute. But
Of
let's,
course you do.
of course, I do. We prepped. I mean, this was just a tease video. There's not that much to say, but it was nice. I think this is
Yeah.
definitely a tease for. We're going to see some photo strips at the end of the season, kind of this epic showdown, which we had in Discovery Season 1 with the Enterprise, at least as in terms of tease. Discovery Season 2 with the D7s warping in, satisfying, was good. In this season, Admiral Clancy, there you go, she said, we've got a task force that's going to meet up with you.
A squadron.
Yeah, that was a weird phrasing,
It's
wasn't
different than a fleet. Yeah.
it? Yeah, that didn't quite.
I think a squadron is less ships, but still a big, big enough number. So
Yeah. And and you'd assume that if Picard's then going to the planet, they would leave like a signal saying "meet us there." Like you don't need to have that in dialogue. There should be no like, especially since first thing when he came aboard was right Starfleet, let's talk to them, and he did. So he's back on the book, back to the book's basics, and the admiral's responding well to him. Thank God we're finally there. So I think this is definitely a little tease, because we've had a very limited number of ships so far in every respect. And I think we've had more Discovery shuttle appearances than any other ship. Literally. I don't even think that's joking, which is weird. But also we got the shuttles that we're seeing at Phoenicia, which are a John Eves old designed for the Enterprise E sort of thing, or as a fan thing, but he used them for his Tripsland calendar image. So that was an old design that's basically one-to-one. We have the freighters, which are fine, not that much to talk about. So this is our first look at an actual Federation cruiser. But the fact that it looks like the Emmett Till is interesting because that was so long ago. Although that might have been like his way of using boats. He was working on the show at the time, if I recall. So it's like he was already in the mindset, so he might have just utilized his own thoughts.
but it also fits in the exact same time period as the whole Captain Ezri, Captain Nog situation as
Oh
well.
yeah, oh yeah. It's just post Nemesis, isn't it? Just the generic post
Yeah,
Nemesis look.
yeah.
Um,
So I have no issues with it being an Emmett Till design. I think that's great actually because I do like the Emmett Till design. I'd like to see more of it.
And let's just cut to the shot of the Emmett Till from the top, from what we leave behind, because they promoted it, and it was like, look, we got a ship, but then we didn't actually. It was in one shot. It was the most underwhelming thing possible. Seriously, and it's just basically just a sovereignty with it's fine. Although the front view, which is the Emmett Till, to me just looks like Discovery. And clearly, if you were the producers of Discovery and Picard, you would say, well, let's link to Discovery because then we get more. So when I look at the top view, if you look at it as Discovery, it's just Discovery with a
It
sovereign
is.
head, a bump out for the sort. It's a 35% different Discovery sovereignized.
Yeah, well, that goes back. I hate that when they do that, though. Oh, we're producing Discovery. We're also producing Picard. We got to have the ships link in the minds of the audience, so make them look exactly the same almost. Same thing happened with Enterprise, putting the deflector on the front of the Enterprise J when it should have been on the secondary hull. But no, the NX-01 has it on the front. The audience is stupid, and we need to, which pisses me off.
But let's do a direct comparison, though.
Yes.
This is a top view of the Emmett Till from the destination event that John Eves was at, which I got to see him, and he did this nice panel breakdown. There's lots of sketch shots, and I was able to take this from that top view. As you can see, it's not the same.
No.
They did change it a bit. It is now less Discovery in some ways, or is more Discovery in other ways. It's similar
Yeah.
but different.
yeah, Rios' ship definitely looks more sovereign-like
Hmm.
than Emmett Till like. The struts, there's noticeable differences. The back is straighter. Um, Even the nacelles look a little bit different shaped. It's very subtle, but and yeah, there's a round saucer on the Emmett Till, much more round than with the cutout for the front shuttle bay, which is not present on this one. So
But I do think in reality they just said we like them at Till, give it a sovereign head and a Discovery hull.
yeah,
I mean
yeah,
it you know, and it'll look like Discovery honestly when it comes out.
because it's like that new Starfleet aesthetic. It still maintains that progression from sovereign up to something a little bit newer. So I'm glad they at least kind of maintain that. Whether we'll see this ship or not in that
Oh
final,
no, I wouldn't
I
think
would
so.
love to see an Emmett Till or two or whatever ship he had
Yeah.
come in during that if there is a final battle. Because you got to think too, maybe Admiral Clancy has been compromised by Commodore O and is telling him that there's a squadron coming when in fact there isn't.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
but
very true.
so I would like to see any kind of starship at this point, and we've been saying that all along because we are the ship guys, and it's part of Star Trek for me is just the ships, and we've been very sorely lacking that in Picard. But
We're being starved for ships.
yeah,
Especially Discovery
so
obviously had like 26 in the first episode.
so
Or
this
10
little
episode.
morsel, which they didn't need to give us really. I think this is just to shut people up. Like, oh yeah, there's a ship. There
Oh
was a
no,
ship.
it's a tease. It's a complete tease. It's a wait
Yeah.
and see because the way they frame the last episodes is that the Romulans are on their way. Although, unless they use well, I guess they could use the transwarp maybe because they know where it is and they could. So I guess they maybe could use that. But I assume they just warp, which will take longer. But so the Federation ships are also on their way. So I assume it's going to be this big meetup of both sides, and you're going to see this big fight with the Serena sort of darting between them, and then the planet does something, and this big epic battle of capital ships, hopefully, because drones are
Oh,
boring as all hell. Seriously, then they're nonsense.
I don't know about you, but I saw the previews for the next episode, and I don't know if the Serena survives. The lost Serena survives that
Oh
episode. But
sure,
anyway,
it's true. Spoilers. But I mean, whatever. I mean, he could beam. Well, hey, what another great payoff though! If the last episode that he beams aboard Clancy's ship and it's a big Federation bridge. I'm like, damn, that's the aesthetic we wanted. But like I said, they're saving budget because the season has not been very expensive feeling. And so for the fun episode, they have like a Romulan bridge and a Federation bridge and full
yeah,
costumes, which they know is going to be in season 2 because the bigger arcs. They build it knowing. It gives us a sense of where they're going. Based on the other pictures of them at Till, we get a sense of what the engines might look like. Basically, just shrunk down, sleeked up versions. There's nothing that creative going on here in terms of like there's no like you know, the Akira Saber Steamliners are very creative new ways of doing something. This is still very much John Eves. Give it another few years, where they obviously said
yeah.
mix the Sovereign and the Discovery, go, which is okay.
It also, yeah, it also has a very STO aesthetic as well. This ship, it could easily be some of the ships in STO. Anyway,
Well, I'm just hoping for either the same or new phase strips, like to keep the sense of what the details should be. I want to see either the same or new escape pod hatches and phaser strips. I want to have interiors in the models, and give us that level of quality that we need. A lot of the Romulan ships are rather dull in their level of detail, and the Less Arena, no phase strips, no torpedo launches. There's none of the details you'd expect a ship in the era to have. So it'd be nice if the next, we do get them all here. And again, John Eves knows they should be there, but if the producers tell him to take them out, he'll do that because that's his job. So hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully.
So, guys, what do you guys think of this ship? Do you think it's the Emmett Till? Do you think it's a Sovereign class refit? Does it look like a Star Trek Online ship that you guys might be familiar with that you want to put in the comments? If so, put it down below. We'll take a read, and it's great to have a conversation with you guys down there. And you guys talk nice amongst yourselves as well. And don't forget to hit like on this video, share it around as much as you can, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've hit the bell icon and you selected all, because then you get notified every time we upload, and that really helps us out as well as yourself. So lots of great ways to help, and the description is there with lots of great ways to help. And Samuel is going to tell you now about some awesome ways to help out our channel.
Patreon, great way. Super Chat's great way. Join the live and being part of the community is a great way. You get to know us, we get to know you. And the join button, great way. Like I said, down below the links. Egomos, use code Trekyards, that's another great way. One-time donation at trekyards.com. Donate button, another great way. Or just liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. There's lots of great ways.
That's right. So, like we said, read the descriptions in the video, each video, because there's links there to lots of cool stuff. So, anyway, guys, I guess that's it for now. Until next time, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Hungs. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.